Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a nice little 8-bit version of Green Lantern. Oh, and by the way, just in case you have any more 8-bit related needs, feel free to check out the code system and the link below down in the description for my 8-bit tutorials playlist. There are loads of them in there, including the rest of the Justice League. Moving on, if you want to make Green Lantern, here's what you're going to need. You will need some white stained clay and some brown stained clay. Also grab black wool, dark grey wool, white wool, dark green wool, and finally grab yourself some lime green wool. And once you have each one of those colours right there, and once you've figured out where you want to make them, I'll be making them right here. You're going to want to kick off Green Lantern with a row of 3 black wool coming directly up from the ground. So that's 3. 1, 2, 3. You then want to take this top block, this third block, and go right of it by 2. 1, 2. Then go up from the second block by 1. Then go right by 2. 1, 2. Then go up by 1. Then right 1. Then up 1. Then right 1. Then do an upright diagonal. And go up on top of it by 2. 1, 2. Then take this top block and go left of it by 1, but also go right of it by 1. And from this right hand block, do 2 upright diagonals, so that's 1 and 2. Go up on top of that second upright diagonal by 1. Then do 2 up left diagonals, 1, 2. Then go left by 1. Then down by 2, 1, 2. You should end up with a shape that should look exactly like this. Now, once you form that shape there, you now want to return back down to this T shape that we have right here, and starting from on top of this left-hand part of the T shape, go up by 1. Then go left by 1. Up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, then up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do an upright diagonal. And go right by 6, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then go up on top of the 6th block by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then do an upright diagonal. And go right that diagonal by 2. 1, 2. Then go up by 1. Then right 1. Then up 1. Then right by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go down by 1. Then right by 2. 1, 2. Then do a bottom right diagonal. And go down by 1. Then right 1. Then down by 2. 1, 2. Then go left by 2. 1, 2. Then do 2 bottom left diagonals. 1 and 2. Then do 2 up left diagonals. 1, 2. Then go left by 1. Go up by 1, but from the same block that you went up from, you also want to do 2 bottom left diagonals. 1 and 2. Now go down from that diagonal by 1, but also go left from that diagonal by 1. Then do a bottom left diagonal from this block that you just went left 1 with, which should place a block right here. And from this block, this diagonal, you want to go down by 2. 1, 2. Then do 3 bottom right diagonals, so that's 1, 2, 3. Then go right of this third bottom right diagonal by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then do 3 upright diagonals. 1, 2, 3. Now, once you've done those 3 upright diagonals, you also want to take this first upright diagonal, do an up left diagonal from it, and then go left of it by 3. 1, 2, 3. Like that. What you then want to do is return back up to this third upright diagonal and go up on top of it until you connect all the way back to where you were just building, and you'll want to end up with a shape that should look exactly like this, which is perfect, guys. That's exactly what you want. Now, once you form that shape, you want to return to this right here, which was the third upright diagonal that we just went up from, and we now want to go right of this diagonal by 6 with your black wool, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then do an upright diagonal, and go right by 1. Then take out your lime green wool and continue going right by 2. 1, 2. Then place lime green underneath each one of those 2 lime greens to give you a 2x2 square of lime green. Then take out your black wool and starting from this bottom right hand corner block, go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Then do 2 bottom left diagonals. 1, 2. Take the first bottom left diagonal and do 2 up left diagonals from it. 1, 2. Like that. What you then want to do, continuing on from this second bottom left diagonal, you want to go left by 2. 1, 2. Then go up by 1. Then go left by 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You then want to, from this 8th block, which should connect diagonally to the head, you want to do a bottom left diagonal. And go down from that diagonal by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then go right by 1. Then go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Not only do you want to go left of this third block, but you also want to go right of that third block by 2. 1, 2. Then take the second block and connect it down to the ground. Then from the block that touches the ground, go left by 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then go up on top of this 8th block by 2. 1, 2. Then do an up left diagonal. And go left of that diagonal by 2. 1, 2. Then go down by 1. Left 1. Down 1. Left 1. Down 1. Then go left of that block that touches the floor until you connect all the way over to the opposite side of your green lantern, and what you'll want to end up with in total should look exactly like this, guys, and that is the outline of your green lantern 100% complete. Now all we have to do is fill this thing in, which is relatively simple. Let's get to it. So the way that I'm going to fill this in, guys, is I'm going to fill in the bottom half of green lantern, then I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then I'm going to give you a moment to pause if you want to. You can then fill in everything that you see on the screen, and then once you've done that, we're going to use the exact same process for the head. The reason that this is going to work is because if we try and do it, as in I try and like explain each individual block placement, not only is this thing going to take an incredibly long amount of time, it's probably going to confuse you and confuse me as well. Whereas if we just do it like this, you guys should very clearly and easily be able to see where you've got to place each individual block, because everything is centered very much near the edges and next to the black outline. So it should be quite easy for you guys to figure it out just by looking at what I'm doing now. Well, not necessarily what I'm doing now, but by looking at the end result of what we're going to have. So I'm just going to finish off doing this, then I'll show you what we have here, and then we will, like I said, do the exact same thing for the upper half of Green Lantern. So we have to make the crest on his chest, or the insignia, logo, whatever you want to call it. The lantern ring, we've got to make this on his chest. We also have a little bit of dark grey to add around the arms. Green Lantern is particularly easy as well because he's only made up of 3 colours, or at least the lower half of him is only made up of 3 colours, and those are, for the most part, just big giant blocks of colour, which are very, very easy to see. And I should say, by the way, this was a personal decision of mine, you don't have to use dark green if you don't want to. If you want to use lime green, you can, or if you want to use a clay, you can. There's lime clay, there's dark green clay. You can use those if you want to, but my personal choice was to go lime green, or dark green I should say, and then lime green for the highlights. So this is what you want to have for the lower half of your Green Lantern, guys. As you can see, it's really, really easy to fill in. You shouldn't have any trouble with that whatsoever. I mean, just look at it, look where it is in relation to the outline, and you shouldn't have too much trouble. So pause this if necessary, of course, guys. Once you've got that figured out, once you've got all of that applied, hit the play on the video again, and we can now move on to the upper half of our lanterns. So now moving up to the face, there's not so much to do. The only detail, as a matter of fact, is in the actual face itself, where we have to do his mask, and that's all we've got to do. And like I said, I'm using lime green for the highlights, and by highlights I mean like the actual things that are generated through his lantern power, like the light at the end of his ring, which we've already used lime green for, and his mask. We're using lime green for that. So we're just filling in the face with white stained clay, white and lime green, and then his hair shall be filled in with brown wool. So we've just about finished this. The face is very, very easy to fill in, and once you've finished, you should end up with something that should look a little bit like that, guys, and that is the head portion of your Green Lantern 100% fully taken care of. Very, very simple indeed. Now, once you have that taken care of, and obviously pause this if necessary, if you have to, pause this, apply everything that you see. Once you've applied everything, we can then move on to the final part, which is looking at it. So, once you've got that taken care of, you have actually 100% fully completed your lantern. And if you want to, by the way, guys, you could even have a beam of green energy shooting out of the ring. That's kind of something that I was going to mention earlier, but I kind of forgot about it until now, but that's okay. If you wanted to, you could also have some green energy shooting out the ring, or you could have it as it was previously, and that's just as the ring was kind of like charged, ready to go. I suppose it kind of depends which version you like the most. But this is the Green Lantern in 8-bit form, 100% fully complete, guys. Now, if you like this, and if you managed to make it, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could give me a like, a favorite, a share. I'd vastly appreciate that, guys, if you wouldn't mind helping me out. Always appreciate that, guys. Feel free to check out the God System and the link below down in the description for my 8-bit builds playlist. There's loads of them in there. The whole Justice League is going to be in there. There's about half of them now, and I'm working very quickly to get those out. I want them all together in one set. Feel free to comment down below after I've done the Justice League, because that's going, guys. I've already done the Avengers, so bear that in mind. And I've done quite a few other characters, so if you want to suggest someone, feel free to check out the card system or the link below down in the description first, because I have made quite a few of these. But if you want to comment down below, after the Justice League, I think I'm going to do the Teen Titans, and after that, I think I'm going to get some Star Wars stuff done. Or I'll do the Star Wars and then the Teen Titans, I'm not sure. But if you liked it, guys, like, favorite, share if you would. Thanks for watching, I will see you in the next video.